Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's White. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and
intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
This offense has it with really good field position. The inside handoff. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it out. It's White. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Gives it on the option. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Jackson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. A designed run for the quarterback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it cleanly at the 20. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Slings it downfield. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, 5-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often, and you get 5 stars for a reason because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get...
There he goes. He's at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Huge play. It's so nice nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Floats it out in space. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air, using the quick game. Still on his feet at the 45. Turns it on down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Florida. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan-Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Kentucky. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was the #1 team you wanted to beat.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's dealt. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Looking to fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. He'll take it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Tight end now in motion. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Bell.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Dogs line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
I give the tight end a lot of credit for holding on to the football. I know he's a big guy, but he just got whacked.
The Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the tailback. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Under fire. Slips a tackle. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Gators are on the move. Rides the back on the option to give. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The give on the option. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Branch. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you've got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. On the ground, it's Frazier. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this.
Breaks into the open. They get it down to the 35 before he stops. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
get a sack, you're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got a man. It's Thomas. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Frazier. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's got it on the move. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback will keep it. Turning it on. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they get so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll take it himself. Keeps it and gets the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. It's complete to the right. Guided out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 14.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is If you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Gets the back moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Wilson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. Now a 2-possession game at 24-13. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by 10 to Kentucky. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gonna run it. It's Frazier. Got the first down and still on his feet. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Smart move to get down with the slide.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around, now hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
As they open this possession from their own 20. the running back and leave it with him. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Right on the money. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterward. They were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Gators decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Looking for a crease to the left. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Branch. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. The tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking for a man, it's Lagway. Pulls it in, it's Wilson. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The Gators moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first down. That's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds the tight end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Blasted as he lets it go.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on fourth down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical fourth down and execute.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gator. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. Coming out with it, it's White. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs onto the football, like, it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Caught in the backfield. It's dealt. Oh, it's out. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
It's good. That slices the lead to 2. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Jordan Hare, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Kentucky. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Georgia!
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's Lagway. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And this offense has got to keep pumping it out. Nice job. You get the first down. Nice scramble by this QB, but you're going to put the ball in his hands over and over and over again. You've got to score multiple times. This offense has got to be in hyperspeed.
Under fire. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Gators come to the line in the hurry up. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man. It's Wilson. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Wilson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. Buys a little time. Moves away as he feels pressure. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. To the air, it's Lagway. Here's a heat. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Still looking. Gets away. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Grab near the sticks. It's Sturdivant. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Slams it ahead. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with the win.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked him right down the middle. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And right now, you still have a 2-point lead, David, but you have to be aggressive.
And don't let that scare you, right? You've been executing offensively. You still got the lead, Jesse. No need to panic.
Yeah, and this is where your leaders on offense really have to step up. They got to keep everybody calm and make sure everyone's on the same page here on this drive.
Georgia trying to use every second on this clock. On the option. He'll pitch it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Reads it, fires complete. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the